Hi, I'm Greg from Sharpham, and today we're going to create some really easy, simple recipes using our delicious Sharpham chive and garlic cheese and some really basic ingredients. Okay, Sharpham Rustic and Chive, very simple, cheesy garlic bread. Okay, what I'm going to do to start, I've got par-bake rolls, which I really like because the moisture and the cheese and the flavourings really work well together. However, I'm going to top and tail them because this is going to help me with a recipe that I'm going to do a little bit later as well. And then I'm going to just carve out a boat with a very sharp knife without cutting myself. So we've got our carved out boat of par-baked baguette. So now we're going to fill it with cheese and Sharpham Rustic, 100 grams of. Just going to grate that up. Voila. And as simple as, let's just fill it up. So there we go, we've got our par-baked baguette filled up, ready to go. I'm going to pop it there and put it into the oven shortly. Okay, so now we're going to make our bruschetta, which is our own variation of a bruschetta using the Sharpham Rustic with chive and garlic. Take a tomato and we're going to chop it into nice little chunks. Okay, tomato done. So I'm going to take my par-baked baguette, I'm just going to even it up, take the end off, and I'm going to use this extra bit for some breadcrumbs a little bit later. And then I'm not going to make the traditional round bruschetta, I'm going to do little square ones. Okay, so we've got our chopped tomatoes, we've got our par-baked baguette. What we're going to do now is just brush the bread with olive oil. We're going to add the tomatoes and then we're going to load it up with rustic chive and garlic cheese. So, the rustic was one of the first cheeses we made at Sharpham many years ago, long before me, back in the 1980s. And rumour has it that one day the milk was delivered from our own herd of Jersey cows, and when they lifted the lid on the tank, they could get a waft of garlic coming from it. And apparently the cows had been out grazing on wild garlic, which is where the flavour came through and carried on into the flavour in the cheese as well. So obviously we can't rely on the cows always going and munching the wild garlic when we need it. So we actually just make sure the cows don't get hold of the wild garlic these days and add fresh garlic during the make process. But we add it at the very beginning of the make process so it matures with the chives and the garlic in the cheese as we mature and nurture it until it's ready for sale. So bruschetta is great as just a light lunch or can be used as a little starter or something to have on arrival. Really simple dish, really flavoursome and very simple to prepare. So here we go, I'm just going to add the cheese approximately, very loosely, 25 grams per piece here. So I've used 100 grams of cheese, which should do all 4 of my little bruschettas here. Never worried about the cheese that goes down the side, because normally that bakes up and sometimes you get the nice little crispy bits that I love very much. So here we go, we've got our bruschetta or brusticetta, we've got our garlic and chive cheesy bread ready to go in the oven. That's going to take about 10 minutes to cook. So I'm going to put that to one side and come back to that a little bit later. Okay, so 10 minutes in the oven and our par-baked and sticky rustic boat, nicely cooked, nice and gooey and ready to go onto the plate. One perfect